and planning for continuous improvements on the implementation of the CRPD. And in these countries, the voices of people with disabilities will be heard, as they have been from the very early stages when this international treaty was being developed. Nothing about us without us was what it was based on. I am here today because I am tired. I am tired of lip service being paid to people with disabilities. I am tired, as I'm sure many of you are, of having to fight for every little thing that I need. And I am tired of hearing story after story of people who live with disability day in, day out, having to do the same, and then sometimes getting nowhere. For far too long, people with disabilities in Ireland were hidden away, not to be seen, and certainly not to be heard. We have, I believe, progressed somewhat from that, and yet today, many people with disabilities are being moved out of what they call congregated settings and either put into nursing homes or what is referred to as the community, without the services they need to participate in that community. Article 19, living independently and being included in the community, says that people with disabilities have the right to choose where they live and with whom. Persons with disabilities have access to home and community supports, including personal assistance needed to support them to live and be included in the community and to prevent isolation. Article 30, participation in cultural life, recreation, leisure and sport. Only the other day I was advocating on behalf of a mother who is totally blind and has a small baby. She was seeking assistance to get out for a walk or to go to the gym before the four walls close in on her. Just imagine being totally blind, managing a small baby, and the difficulties associated with getting out for exercise. Well, I was told that there was no funding within the disability service and that her name could be added to a waiting list. This lady was, however, offered the option of using the essential home help hours being given to her, used for personal assistance instead. A bit of a Hobson's choice, really. To get to the shops for food, to feed your family, or to get out for a while to maintain your health and your well-being. I'm sure every person here today could tell more than one story about life with a disability in Ireland in 2017. We need action, and we need it now. Article 9, accessibility, is one that is very close to my heart. To enable persons with disabilities to live independently and participate fully in all aspects of life. Parties shall take appropriate measures to ensure to persons with disabilities access on an equal basis with others to the physical environment, to transportation, to information and communications, including information and communications technologies and systems, and to other facilities and services open to and provided to the public in both urban and rural settings. We can expect resources to be put in place to make our country accessible so that we can get around independently and safely, with the assistance we need and with transport that is available and can be used by all. Those of us who are blind and vision impaired will have information in accessible formats. And no, I'm not talking about a land far, far away. I am talking about here, our country, where all of these things were signed up to 10 long years ago and commitments were made. What about employment? The vast majority of people with disabilities remain unemployed or on low incomes. Many do not have sufficient income to avail of the technology that's out there, or to purchase the personal assistance that is required for them to participate in community life. How come, 10 years on, people are asked to choose between their medical card, upon which they depend for basic and ongoing medical requirements, and having a job? How come the numbers of people with disabilities on the housing lists are rising, while overall numbers are going down? And how come 83% of people with impaired vision who responded to an NCBI survey this year reported to feeling discriminated against in relation to employment? Fundamentally, attitudes need to change. Our rights, which are the same as everyone else's, need to be recognised. We have moved from being recipients of charity who are hidden away. We are citizens with rights, and we are not going anywhere. Ratify, now. We call on you, Minister McGrath, to move on from telling us how committed you are, and we know that you are committed, to action. We need action. Ratify the UN CRPD so that we can all work together to make things happen, to make Ireland a better place for people who live with disability. A country where voices of people with disabilities are truly listened to and are heard.
Ratify, now. Ratify, now. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it?